Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. You see, in the last 7 days, 3 bridges collapsed in Bihar. The same Bihar where we have a Sushasan Babu. Last I checked, he was still with Bharatiya Janata Party. So in that particular state, 3 bridges collapsed in 7 days. No, that's not actually my story. My story is, why do bridges collapse? Why does government take our lives, our property so easy? And most importantly, why do we allow it? Let's get right into the show. So like I said, under construction bridge collapse in Bihar, Motihari. This is the third one in the last 1 week. And as always, the reaction of the government was very strict, Baba. They were very strict. They said, you see, strict action will be taken against those who was found guilty. This is what the Additional Chief Secretary, Deepak Singh, told PTI. Strict action will be taken, I am telling you. This is what he said. Matter finished. Matter finished. You see, country's largest under construction bridge collapsed in Bihar. 1 killed, 9 injured. This was on 27 March 2024, and there too the answer was very clear that after spending close to 1,200 crores, Nitish Kumar said, strict action will be taken on all those who have not done their jobs. That's it. Over. In the last 3 years, there has been 10 bridges that fell last 3 years. And what is the reaction? Strict action will be taken on those who are found guilty. That's it. Thousands and thousands of crores of rupees lost, lives lost, bridges falling like ping pong ball, and our reaction is action will be taken against people who are found guilty. Now, like I told you, you know what? This is not my story. This is not my story. In fact, another very interesting thing before I get into my story is, you remember Atal Setu? Prime Minister, the walk you see in the screen, there's all this solid glamour and all we had done, major launch and all happened in Mumbai. Atal Setu. This Atal Setu, which is not even 2 months old, there are cracks developed towards the, onto the approach road of Atal Setu. Cracks developed. So, after spending 17,843 crores of the taxpayer money. 17,843 crores. And what pray will the Prashasan or the administration say? Strict action will be taken, Baba. Strict action will be taken against culprits. And that too will be over. Before I get into the actual point, there is another very interesting aspect of the story. You remember Morbi in 2022, almost 135 people had lost their lives. And finally, it was found that a SIT report was said that the company who manufactured the bridge, that is Oreva company, that was the name of the company, they said there was a lot of technical lapses. The condition of the pulleys were not assessed. There were problems with the suspenders, so on and so forth, which means there were hardcore technical lapses. This was their strict action that the government said that they will take. And you know what happened? The person who was arrested, the manager of that company, was given bail by Gujarat High Court. 135 people died. Money spent. And the person who committed all this crime got bail. Arvind Kejriwal is still behind bars. Manish Sisodia is still behind bars. 135 people died. That man is out on bail. No problem. Court said, why put jail and all that? So the point that I'm trying to make is, this is how our administration is working. This is how the administration treats us. And this is finally what, end of the day, our life means to the administration, to the judiciary, to the world at large. This is what an Indian life means. Gir gaya, mar gaya, toot gaya, or mistake ho gaya tha. That bridge that, that when we were tightening, things didn't work well. They died. 135 people died. Chalo, ho gaya, abhi kya kar sakte? See, like I told you, this is not my topic. My topic is slightly larger. You see, there are 3 kinds of management. Normally, they say, in our corporate world, 3 kinds of management. One manager is one who plans, who spends time in planning, who ensures that he delivers quality, and for which whatever it takes, he will spend that time, ensure that he delivers quality and give it to his people. First kind of manager. Possibly the best kind. He may not, do 100 projects. He may not do 500 projects. He may do 3 projects, 4 projects, 5 projects. But he will do best. And those projects will last for eternity. That's one kind of manager. The second kind of manager, no, itna dimag umag nahi hai. He doesn't have that kind of vision, that kind of ideas. But what he does is, the previous manager who made those 5 projects, he will ensure that those 5 projects are maintained brilliantly. They are maintained brilliantly, well-oiled, and if possible, expanded, made larger. He's not maybe as great as the first person, but he too is very, very good. Very, very effective. Why? Because at least he maintains what is made and he grows what is made. And then we have the third kind of manager. You know who is the third kind of manager? The third kind of manager is a manager who always gives guarantee. Hey, our guarantee. My guarantee. The point is, this is the manager who creates. Not for the people, not to deliver to the people. He creates for himself, which means he creates so that the world sees it. His objective is not to create and make it useful for others. His objective is to create and make himself bigger as the creator of something that the world will see. He creates it for his own ego. Chances are, these kinds of creation do not last. Chances are, these kind of creation develops cracks. Why? Because time has not been put into it. Why? Because efforts have not been put into it. Why? Because money, the way it has to be, has not been put into it. And most importantly, because there is no sincerity towards the project. The project is not meant for actually benefit of the people. The projects are meant to ensure that his name or her name is made bigger in this world. That project is meant as a symbol of his or her greatness rather than for the benefit of the people. And you know what? Atal Setu cracking and all, no? This is something that is a early signs of a lot of such cracks that you are going to see in our country. Such bridge falling, no, are actually signs of a lot more that is going to fall in this country. Why? Because a lot of our newfound development, a lot of our exaggerated development that we are talking about, a lot of our Vishwaguru status that we are talking about, a lot of this are based without core foundation, core strength. A lot of these are made so that we could show to somebody, show to the voters, show to the world. It was never meant so that people could use it, people could benefit from it. I'll give you an example. Let's take the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. You see, the committee which was assessing the Awas Yojana noted that despite of being an important vertical, it has provided housing to landless people. The number of houses sanctioned under it is very low. Against a demand of 14.35 lakh house, it only provided 4.33 lakh houses. Further, as of December 2022, only 99,000 houses were actually delivered. And 1.8 lakhs are non-starters, not grounded. Construction has not started. This report is as of March 29, 2023. Awas Yojana. Sabko ghar dilayenge, everybody will get house. End of the day, the claim is big. What is being delivered? Reason of this? Reason because there has not been enough planning that went into it. There has not been enough resources that were allocated for it. There has not been enough brain that went into creating this kind of a project. You first plan a project, then you put resources into the project, then you implement the project, then you deliver the project. This is the process of how it is done. You know how we do it? We first announce the project. Then we claim as if it is delivered. And then we find out, अरे resource कहाँ से लेके आएगा इसको? How will we get the resources for this? And that is how normally our projects are done. And that's exactly where I said that you are going to see more cracks in the future. Let's take another very important project that's very close to my heart. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. You know, this was the same government that emphasized on Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. And this was the same government that saw those wrestlers on that streets, dragged those wrestlers on the streets, and the same government that gave ticket to that wrestler, that accused son, to stand for the election. And of course, we the people got him elected. Same government. When a minister, senior minister, finance minister was asked as to, Baba, how are you giving this son ticket? The finance minister said what? Is he convicted? He's only accused. Big deal. So what? This was the same government that allowed Bilkis Banu's rapists to be, this was the government that gave them remission. Set free. Thanks to the Supreme Court. Otherwise, they would have been on the street, roaming around, being garlanded and given laddus. This was the state government. Same government. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. There is no fundamental program, fundamental plan before you talk about these projects. These projects are good-looking projects. We call it baselines in advertising. You create a baseline project. Oh, now, baseline acha hai. Fantastic baseline. Because you know what? With all this Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, the education levels of girls has not increased drastically. With all the Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao, the women labor participation index has not increased drastically. It is more or less the same. In fact, it is the worst. It is one of the worst in the world. So what has all these achieved? Make in India. Do in India. Invest in India. What drastic changes have these projects brought in India? The point that I'm trying to make is, like I told you, a larger one. The point that I'm trying to make is, somewhere down the line, for us, the projects that we do for our people, or the projects that the government does for the people, are not really meant for the benefit of the people. It is meant for their own benefit, keeping their own popularity, keeping their own vote base in mind. So when they make a bridge, the first question they ask is, the bridge ye election ke pehle banega? Can I benefit out of that bridge? Can I ensure that that bridge is converted into votes? Who does pays for that bridge? The taxpayer. We pay for the bridge. And finally, that bridge is used to ensure that we vote for that political party who claims that the bridge is made by them. Remember the wool story that I tell you, the wool and the sheep story that I tell you. The point is, that's the process that we adopt. And till such time that we are going to adopt the process, you're going to have more such bridges falling. Till such time that we are going to adopt this process, you'll have more Beti falling prey to some sexual aggressor. Till such time that we are going to follow this kind of policies, we'll see, like I said, more cracks. Mark my words. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.